Wow, that was absolutely sensational. Manchester City have just beaten Juventus 5-2 in the FIFA Club World Cup. We've become the first team in the competition to win 3 matches out of 3 in the group stages. And that was a sensational performance today. I mean, I don't even know what I was witnessing at times from what we have seen in the previous season. Manchester City, we look incredible, and I'm now so excited for the new season after seeing that performance today, seeing some of our new signings coming into the team absolutely balling out, seeing players like Foden just regenerated this season, Rodri coming back in after long spell out injured. I'm so excited for the next season, boys. But you want to know what the number one thing that really impressed me about today's performance is? The speed in which we moved the ball. When we played that probing style football, which obviously Pep Guardiola loves to do, the thing is that I think was really effective today was in the final third, when we wanted to speed the game up, when we saw that gap, we were able to just out of nowhere. The tempo would just go through the roof, and Juventus could not live with it. Defensively, they were all over the shop trying to mark our runs, the sharpness of our players. And on top of that as well, we also had energy, so much energy, which we really did lack last season in our pressing. It was, you know, from the front we press a little bit, but then in the midfield we'd be quite open. And don't get me wrong, at times today we did get exposed by Juventus, but obviously they've got an enormous amount of quality. But defensively, at times we did look a little bit frail, and obviously that's something we need to improve upon going forward. However, in the final third, the energy in which we would press was really impressive. Even when Erling Haaland came on the pitch, Phil Foden, everyone was absolutely at it. And I really did enjoy watching that first team that we did start today, not having Haaland in the team, but Marmoush as the striker as well, who kind of dropped into pockets. He also drifted out into wide areas. And I was really, really excited by what I saw today. There's so much potential in this team. And honestly, some of the partnerships in which we're seeing develop already in this Manchester City team is really, really impressive. Down that left-hand side, you've got Jeremy Doku and Ait-Nouri, which I fully believe should be illegal for any team to be able to have, because the technical ability, the IQ, the movement, the ability to beat a man 1v1 that Jeremy Doku and Ait-Nouri both have is just ridiculous. And if you're a right back in the Premier League next season, you must be absolutely berating your right winger to be able to come back, track back, and help you out, because there's just no way that any fullback on the planet can live with those two, with the ability that they both have in the attacking sense, in that channel. It's just absolutely off the scale. Very, very exciting stuff. We saw that for the first goal. Obviously, Ait-Nouri playing that wonderful pass through to Jeremy Doku, who finished it into the far corner. And there's a few other partnerships in which I'm starting to notice in the Manchester City side at the moment. And of course, the big one is Tijani Reinders and Rodri. Tijani Reinders is already looking like a world-class midfielder in this team at the moment. He's come in, and the first game he played as that single pivot in the midfield in that Rodri role was absolutely outstanding. But today, obviously, against Juventus, he had Rodri in the midfield alongside him, albeit a little bit of a reduced version of Rodri, obviously, because he's getting back to fitness. But he still had a good performance, Rodri, today. But those two in the midfield this season for Manchester City is going to be a supreme problem. They're both absolutely elite on the ball, very, very good at passing the ball into the forward areas. But the thing is that I love about Tijani Reinders is he's not afraid to get forward. He made a couple of really good passes in behind that one from Matias Nunes where Haaland got the goal from. That was an absolutely excellent ball from Tijani Reinders. He carries the ball so well. And having those two as a double pivot in there, I mean, that is just our starting midfield next season. That's just not even a question. Unfortunate to Nico Gonzalez, unfortunate to Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, but those two have to be in our midfield in big games next season. And then when you look at the forward line, I mean, today we realistically started with two of our backup wingers in Jeremy Doku and Savinho. And the fact that they were both looking really, really good today. Savinho with a goal and assist, Jeremy Doku with a goal. Both of them really threatening throughout the game. And you look at that and you think of them as our kind of backup options on either wing is absolutely mental. Phil Foden, Ryan Shirky have all got to come into the lineup. You've got Marmoush, you've got Haaland. Honestly, lads, the options that we have for next season in those forward areas is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, I've got a little bit of a question for you guys. Is Omar Marmoush the best ball striker that we have in world football at the moment? Because I generally do not think I've seen a player strike a ball like Omar Marmoush. He had a free kick in the game against Juventus today. He took it. He had like one step before he took it. And the amount of power that he was able to generate floored the Juventus defender, in which obviously the ball hit him in the face, and he was down for a good minute. And he didn't even take a run up. It was just a single step before he shot the ball. And then there was another shot in which he took later in the game, I think it was towards the end of the first half, he takes a shot, and the power and the dip and the swerve that he gets on his ball striking, it's just ridiculous. And, you know, this is not something that just happens every once in a while when he shoots the ball. It's almost every time he shoots it from distance. He's got unbelievable technique, and I genuinely am starting to believe he has the best shooting technique from range that I've seen in world football currently. And honestly, I am really, really optimistic now about next season. If you're a rival fan looking at that game today, I think you're looking at that, if you're an Arsenal, if you're a Liverpool fan, thinking, wow, they're going to be tough to beat. That is a real top draw side that we're going to have to face against next season, because the way in which we move the ball, the understanding already between players, there's a real positive environment at Manchester City at the moment. And I mean, the fluidness of the football that we're playing, it reminds me back to the times where we had that front five of David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sané, Sergio Aguero, where we were just so fluid, and in the final third, everything just clicked. And it was so beautiful to watch at times. Everyone just understood where to move, where to be. And it was just beautiful to watch. And I really do think that we could be heading into a season where we've just got such technical ability, such understanding in terms of the IQ of our team. I mean, when you look around that team today that played, just the starting lineup, Jeremy Doku, Savinho, Marmoush, Tijani Reinders, Bernardo Silva, all of them, even Rodri, absolutely technically gifted. Even Nori, who's our fullback, Matias Nunes, really technically gifted footballers. And I was just so impressed. And watching that today was a joy. And comparing that to what we watched at times last season, it is day and night. I mean, the speed in which we played with, the purpose, the energy. I'm so excited for next season, guys. But you know what? There's a player that I do need to give a shout out to who has really just been proving every Manchester City fan wrong who has doubted him. And that is Matias Nunes in that right back position. Okay, you can have your questions of him defensively. We weren't really tested in that channel defensively today. However, going forward, he is a supreme asset for us because his athletic ability to get up and down the pitch, and he's really quick as well. I just really do think that defenders struggle to be able to read those runs, or not even just read the runs, but be able to deal with it. Matias Nunes, for I think it was the second goal today, where the own goal happened from Kalulu. Matias Nunes was the one that busted his gut to get into the box and make that run. He just glides past the Juventus defender, drills it into the box, and Kalulu puts it into the back of the net, and that gives us the lead in the game to go 2-1 up. And then Matias Nunes was also crucial for our third goal for Erling Haaland, where he makes that run in behind the defense. Tijani Reinders plays the ball in behind, a fantastic ball from Reinders. Matias Nunes then squares it to Erling Haaland, and Erling Haaland scores a tap-in. Again, Matias Nunes absolutely integral in another goal. And I really am, I'm just more and more impressed with him every single time I'm watching him at the moment. He's getting more confidence. He's understanding the role better. And I still do think that we need to go and sign a right back, but I don't think it's so urgent that we absolutely have to. I would personally maybe target a right back who's a bit more defensively solid. So we've got the options there of an attacking right back and a defensive right back. But I'm really impressed from what I'm seeing from Matias Nunes right now. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the group stages now of the FIFA Club World Cup. I'm really fully invested now, just in terms of seeing what we can do, what Pep Guardiola is going to go with team selection wise, what players are going to start to build up relationships. I'd like to see someone like Oscar Bob in the team going forward, because he's a player I'm really excited to see more of, and I do want to see him get a run of games before we go into the new season. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what we can cook up in the rest of the FIFA Club World Cup. It's going to be a very exciting season, I think, next season. I'm going to be very interested to see what Pep Guardiola's first team is, what his best team is, because I'm looking at the squad right now and the attacking options in which we have. It's difficult to make a first front four, the best front four that we've got. Maybe you go Foden, Shirky, Marmoush, Haaland, but then you're leaving out Doku, who's been absolutely sensational for us towards the back end of the season. Savinho had a good performance today. He's only 20 years old. He's only going to get better. Scored an absolute screamer, by the way. And yeah, I'm so excited to see what this Manchester City team offers going forward. The technical ability of the squad is absolutely outrageous. The energy is there. It looks like everyone's happy, wanting to play football, wanting to play their best, compete for the places. Phil Foden we're starting to see get back to his best already in the FIFA Club World Cup. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited to see what this team can offer for next season. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the Club World Cup. Let me know what you guys thought of the game down below. Are you as excited about the new season as I am? I mean, yeah, unbelievable performance. 5-2 against Juventus. An absolute dominant display. 5-2 probably doesn't fairly represent how much we dominated that game, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, absolutely sensational performance. Just wanted to hop on and talk to you guys real quick. Thank you for watching the video. If you do enjoy my content, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit the 1K mark at the moment, so if you could help me there, I'd be very, very grateful. But yeah, very excited for the new season. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.